What's good, guys? Welcome back to All About Arsenal, and today it seems that things are finally moving. So for us that don't know, the 1st of July is kind of like the start of the new financial period for football. So that's why things have been actually slow throughout the whole month of June, but we're definitely going to see things picking up as they are. As you know, we've already announced 𝐾𝐨, an ex-Chelsea player, and now we've been linked with 𝐬𝐮𝐬𝐜𝐫𝐷𝐾. And to be honest, I'm not really keen on this particular one. I think it's the disappointment of Chelsea players, Sterling for one, and how he's just faded out into the night. It's just been phenomenal, in my opinion. And Kai Havertz, don't really think he actually lives up to his price tag. I think Chelsea really made money from Havertz from us. Obviously, he's been injured, but you know what? This sounds bad. As an avid Arsenal fan, I still don't even know what his best position is. Is he more of an attacking midfielder? I don't even know, because obviously he's playing as a false number 9, the false striker role. But Madueke, the impression from the Arsenal camp, Arsenal fans are not really on this one. I'm personally not really on this one. I don't really think he's the player we should be looking for. Yeah, I'm not too much of a big fan of Madueke. I do think in the last season, this season just gone, the 24-25 season, I do think he had some good spells. I know he made his England debut, I believe, please don't get me wrong. And even it got to the point he had a few good strings, and all of a sudden people are now saying, oh, he could like replace Saka and stuff like that. A lot of nonsense on the right. But yeah, we've been linked with him. I'm not really too impressed with him. It's not a player I'm really excited about. Rodrigo now. As you can see on my thumbnail, I've got Rodrigo. He has not been playing at all. They played against Juventus, that's Real Madrid, and guess what? Where was our guy Rodrigo? On the bench once again. So I think that sends a strong signal, and there's been reports coming out of Spain that there is going to be an announcement. A player is going to announce they want to leave. And to be honest, all this stuff from Xabi Alonso saying, you know, he's part of the squad, we need him, it's all optics. Obviously, a new manager, they don't want to attract too much negative attention, so they'll say whatever they can to actually appease people. But I think Rodrigo's going to go. Reports have been saying that they are valuing him at around 90 million euros. That's about 75 million pounds sterling. I do think if Arsenal can get him for just under 70 million, like 69, 68, that would be great business. And touching on Rodrigo, why is that so important? A lot of people were thinking, and I was the one thinking, because Arsenal can be a bit of cheapskates when it comes to transfers, that it would just be a left winger and it would be a striker, all-out number 9. But as we know, 𝐸Ze has now come onto the scene, and I'm so excited about this. This guy, he's got great close ball control. He can play as a number 10. He can play on the left, which is pivotal for Arsenal. He can come into central areas, and he's one of those players, he knows how to battle a low block or mid block. He's so silky on the ball, got good close ball control, confident, can score, can literally make something out of nothing, and we lacked that last season, so we need that talisman. And to be honest, he's a player that can bench Odegaard. I'm sorry to say, he can bench Odegaard. I do think that there's a lot of pressure on Odegaard to create, but when you look at Odegaard can pick out a good pass and break the lines. But 𝐸Ze can not only do that, but he can dribble in. Do you understand? He can dribble in, he can take shots from distance. Something that Odegaard was obviously lacking with confidence in this season just gone. But I really pray that Odegaard has a very, very good season and he recaptures some of his form. I do think ever since his injury, he wasn't the same. He just wasn't the same player. So he definitely needs his time, and I'm happy that Arsenal wasn't in the Club World Cup. And you know what? Someone explained to me how it works. I believe the Club World Cup, is it those that win European trophies or one amount of European trophies? I don't know what it is, but obviously there was a bunch of teams. Chelsea were there, but yeah, can anyone explain to me, or I'm going to do some research and find out how it works. But I really hope Odegaard captures some form. So 𝐸Ze, it's known that personal terms have actually been agreed with 𝐸Ze as well, and that happened over the weekend. That was reported by, you know, the guru Fabrizio Romano, the guy that speaks so fast that sometimes I can't even understand what he's saying. I'm like, is this guy beatboxing or rapping? But he's actually confirmed it. So now the next stage is for Arsenal to approach Crystal Palace. We know he has a 68 million release clause, and I did say in my previous video, I think he's worth about 60 million. Actually find out that the 8 million is actually an add-on, but we can pay it in about 3 installments. Go for 𝐸Ze. I'm a fan of this guy. I think he's an excellent player. He is what Arsenal needs. And we know that this could be a story of the prodigal son returning. As you know, he was let go from Arsenal in his younger days. So him coming back, what a great reunion that would be. And the reception at Arsenal would be amazing for Eze. He would be an amazing player. But this is the news. A lot of outlets have been reporting, especially David Ornstein. We know the gurus of transfer business have been saying that Eze is an addition to a left wing and a striker. When I heard that, I thought, whoa, are Arsenal ready to open the war chest finally? How many seasons did you hear that? Arsenal about to open the war chest and nothing happened. Let's be honest, ever since Pierre Aubameyang, I was about to say Patrick Aubameyang, Pierre Aubameyang, we've never had a really, really good centre forward. So I'm really excited about not only us getting a number 9, but still staying on Eze, what he can actually bring. So let Arsenal open that war chest, bring on Eze. Now the question is, if we get Eze, Rodrigo and Gyökeres, can you imagine? Cook for a minute, stir the pot. Can you imagine what Arsenal would be doing? If Arsenal can make all of those transfers, I will be confident when we go up against Liverpool. I will be confident. Can you imagine, right? Eze on the left, you've got Rice, you've got Zubimendi, and it's most likely it's going to be Norgard that's going to start because he's more experienced. Odegaard, Gyökeres and Saka. Nah, I don't care what Liverpool has in the defence. They will terrorise Liverpool defence. Or Rodrigo, Gyökeres, Saka, Eze as the number 10. Need I say more? As you can see, I'm gleaming, and this is the power of imagination. It's not actually happened, but in my head, I'm playing, I'm seeing them do their stuff on the pitch. But before we start dreaming too much, okay, Rodrigo, I think, is a realistic target. He's going to cost a lot, but he's been a long admirer of Mikel Arteta, so that's something I'd love to push over the line. As you can see, he's not playing, and I don't believe there's a fallout between him and Xabi Alonso. I believe he's probably not going to fit into his plans. They don't want to play him to injure him, so let's just protect him, because if he gets injured, they're not going to be able to shift him. Xabi Alonso's probably got ideas to bring on someone else on board. So I do believe if we, once after the Club World Cup, we go for Rodrigo, it's going to be a quick one in my opinion, because I believe Xabi Alonso is going to want to get the business done and secured and wrapped up quickly. Viktor Gyökeres. Now this one I'm a bit confused. I want Gyökeres. I'm not interested in 𝐶𝐶𝐭 at all. I think he's a work in progress. I say it and I continue to say it. Gyökeres is in his prime. And if Arsenal want to start winning things now, you need a player that is ready to go, and that's Viktor Gyökeres. Right, there's been news saying that he's agreed a 5-year term with Arsenal, but I thought all of this was already done about a month ago. I want to hear news about Arsenal securing or agreeing a price with Sporting, because that is the major problem. Gyökeres is not a problem in regards to his personal terms. He wants to go to Arsenal. He's expressed his desire. They're supposed to be going back for training this week, and he's not going back. So they will let him go. Like I've said in other videos, I just believe this is Varandas. Isn't he not the director of Sporting? I believe he's just playing mind games. He wants to really put a lot of pressure on teams that want, especially Arsenal, try and squeeze out the most from him, because let's be honest, at the end of the day, it's a business. Football's a business. So these guys know that Gyökeres is going to go, and the way he's behaving, you can tell that there was this gentleman's agreement, and they've decided to actually go against it. That's why he's so cheesed off. So I'm confident we can get Gyökeres over the line, and I kind of want Gyökeres more. Not only am I an admirer of him, he's powerful, he's quick, he's strong. Like, he's just it. Like, every time he goes forward, you feel and believe something is going to happen. 𝐶𝐶𝐭, I think he's good athletically, but technically I go for Gyökeres all day long. As a goal scorer, come on. And some people might say, but then again, it's a Portuguese league. But yo, 54 goals, I don't care. It's still a professional league. It's not, no disrespect, it's not the Saudi league. So if you can score 54 goals, a total of 98 or 97 in 104 appearances, come on, like, this guy, he will bang goals for fun. And he's coming in with that confidence. And if he's behaving like this, if he's trying to force a move to Arsenal anyhow, when he gets to Arsenal, he's going to do bits. Gyökeres all the way. So boy, let's watch this space. So I believe now, because we're in this month of July where things are going to start happening, I believe within the next 2 weeks, Arsenal got to wrap up all their business. Mosquera is another one. Before I forget, Mosquera, he's another left-sided centre-back. Please don't get me wrong. We're looking to get him from Valencia. An opening bid of 11 million was rejected. I know some people say, oh, why do we need another defender? Listen, William Saliba could go next season. If Arsenal do not win something, Real Madrid are going to come for him blatantly. So we definitely need our backups now, and especially, you know, shows me why Saliba and Gabriel are so important. When Gabriel was injured, you know, there were some goals that are going past Arsenal that would have never gone past, you know, and that's why I don't care what people say about Arsenal. We had a rubbish season, but all kudos to PSG for winning. But the way PSG were beating teams, they couldn't do that to Arsenal, despite the fact we had a depleted squad. So that gives me hope, and I use that as a benchmark because PSG were blatantly the best team in Europe. They cleared out other teams. So for Arsenal being a half-baked team and for us to do what we did, that gives me a lot of hope. But that's nostalgia. Let's look forward. So within the next 2 weeks, Arsenal need to wrap up business because pre-season is coming, and I want our striker, number 9, hopefully Gyökeres, to have a good pre-season. I do think we could get Rodrigo fairly quickly. I do think we could. I do definitely think we could. But out of all of them, I'll be most excited about Eze. Definitely. Eze is versatile as well. He can play on the left. He can cut inside. He can play through the middle. Plays a number 10. The guy is it. He's it. And I'm surprised that he wasn't purchased when Michael Olise went to Bayern. I am surprised because I definitely thought that season for Crystal Palace they would lose Eze and Olise, but I don't think they wanted to lose both of them at the same time. But boy, you know what I say? Eze, welcome. A Nigerian brother to a Nigerian brother, you know, that's going to be a link up with Saka and all that. So boy, let's make it happen. Berta, let's make it happen. But that's all from me, and I'll be back for the next video. Until the next time, peace.